Who can enter the kingdom of God? Who can experience heaven on earth? And of course, heaven later on after you die. But now heaven on earth, which means peace, rest, love. Who can enjoy the Master's happiness? Those who will wait upon the groom, Jesus. Those who will be wise to prepare and have enough oil. Those who will invest resources in the kingdom. Those who will multiply God's gifts. Anong gift ang ibinigay sa inyo ni Lord? Dapat yan linangin, bungkalin, pagyamanin, pamulaklakin, pamungahin, at lalo kayong pagpapalain ng Panginoon. At isa sa mga puhunan natin sa pinag-uusapan na kwento na ito ay karunungan na ibinigay ng Diyos. Dapat dagdagan, palakasin, palalimin, palawakin, pataasin ang naaabot ng ating isip. Aral ng aral dapat. Nananalangin, nakikinig sa mga may saysay, nakikipagturuan, nakikipag-fellowship sa mga naghahanap din sa Diyos. Hanap ng hanap, refine ng refine, para yung mga ideas natin about God will continue to grow. Hindi pwede na yung nalaman mo nung grade school tungkol sa Diyos, yung pa rin ang alam mo tungkol ngayon, walang asenso, walang naiba. Sabi nga ni Paul, when I was a child, I thought like a child. I reasoned like a child. Now that I'm a man, I give up childish ways. At hindi tunay na kabataan ng edad ang pinag-uusapan doon, kundi spiritual growth. Once upon a time, you were a spiritual baby, but now you should not be a baby anymore. You should grow. Grow in the knowledge of Jesus, grow in the understanding of the Jesus teaching, beyond yung nakikita natin sa mga Christmas card, beyond yung mga nakikita natin sa mga poster na oversimplified, black and white truths daw. Aral lang aral. At pag nakakakita tayo ng mga ideya na alam natin, sa panalangin natin at sa ating pangangatwiran ay nakikita nating superior sa dati nating alam, say goodbye sa dating alam and embrace the new revelation, the new level of learning. Because we are to grow from glory to glory. And for you to grow into something, you have to outgrow something else. You have to grow out of something to grow into the next thing. Huwag tayong masyadong sentimental about old beliefs, old ideas. Dapat nakikita natin, oo nga, kaaaral. Kasi the more we are ready to receive God's revelation and teaching, the more God will give us. Mas nagkakaroon ng tubo yung ibinibigay niya sa atin na karunungan, mas bibigyan pa tayo ng karunungan. And remember, the kingdom of God is not beyond the clouds. The kingdom of God is not here nor there. It is in our minds. Your mind is the kingdom of God. Pero kung ang naghahari dyan ay takot, worry, si Satanas ang nakatira dyan, hindi ang Diyos. Kung ang naghahari dyan ay mga inggit, yabang, mga kasakiman, pagmamalaki, pagmamalupit, hindi yan kaharian ng Diyos. Yan ay kaharian ni Satanas. It's in the mind. Kumisa kasi sa sobrang natin pag-iisip ng kaharian ng Diyos ay nandun sa malayong malayo, hindi na natin naiisip na, sino naghahari ngayon sa kaharian ng Diyos na dapat ay nasa akin? Ang aking isip. Paano ako mag-isip? Anong bunga ng mga iniisip ko? Kapayapaan ba o takot? Pag-ibig ba o muhi? Pagiging mabait ba o maging malupit sa kapwa? Mapagbigay o maging sakim? Anong nangyayari sa akin? You are. What you do every day, you are. Your totality is a product of the way you think. That's why be changed by the renewing of your mind. Let the mind be the kingdom of God. Doon siya nasusunod, doon siya naghahari, doon siya nagpapaliwanag. So who will enter the banquet hall? Who will enter the Master's presence and happiness? Those who invest in enough oil. Those who prepare well. Those who know the Master correctly and enough. Those who are ruled by ignorance and fear will not enter the kingdom of God. Yung ignorant ka sa Bible, konting knowledge ang naging bunga pa, natakot ka, naging malupit ka pa, you will never enter the kingdom. And we don't mean you will not be saved. It means you will not enjoy the fruits of salvation. Matthew 7:21, not everyone who says to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of heaven, but only the one who does the will of my Father who is in heaven. Those who do the will of God, who lives in your mind, those are the ones who will experience heaven on earth. Ephesians 3:16-19. God is wonderful and glorious. I pray that His Spirit will make you become strong followers and that Christ will live in your hearts because of your faith. You see, not living in the clouds, not living there, not living in Mount Olympus, in your hearts, which of course is a figure of speech for the mind, for the brain. Stand firm and be deeply rooted in His love, not in fear. I pray that you and all God's people will understand what is called wide or long or high or deep. I want you to know all about Christ's love, although it is too wonderful to be measured. Then your lives will be filled with all that God is. Mapupuno ka ng Diyos, paghaharian ka ng Diyos, pag pinaghahari mo sa iyong isip si Jesus. This is heaven on earth. Most of the time, this is the kingdom of God meant by Jesus. Although at some other time, He also means that kingdom beyond earthly life. But most of the time, Jesus was concerned about the real, day-to-day, practical life of people. How is Jesus ruling our minds? Is God in residence in our brains? It takes a continuous review, study, submission to new learnings so that more and more God will rule our lives.